of this Dresden wall hanging that's going in a frame. And, well, yeah, that's what I'm working on. Anyways, if you are new, please subscribe, like, and share my videos. So, yeah. I am making a Dresden wall hanging to go into a frame, if you haven't caught on to that yet. And I'm sitting here tossed on a decision for blank space, because there's so much open space once these blocks get sewn together that I kind of wanted to do something to make it pop, but then I don't really have to. I was just being curious and playing around. So, I figured I would ask all of you guys for your opinions, because I'm now thinking no. At first when I was laying my pieces on here, I was like, oh, that'll look cool. And then I took it and laid it on here, and now it looks dumb.
The colors look pretty, you can see them.
No, it looks retarded. Honestly, it does.
What do you think?
From the camera even. From that angle, it looks dumb. I don't like it.
No, I meant the colors. They can see what colors it is.
Oh, yes, okay.
So,
So
but
I was thinking about
Jim's the only one that's on.
snowballing these corners here. Because you can see it's a lot of open space, so I was thinking about snowballing the corner. And then I thought, well, how about if I just put one of the colors here, kind of just to break up all the openness. So I could, like, put these here like that. And then I thought, well, maybe you lose the color from the black, so it doesn't really look that great. So then I thought this color,
Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Jim.
like this, and then when I looked at it, then you kind of lose this cream color in this. Well, this is more like a burnt yellow, like a spicy mustard. You lose that in the tan color of the background of these ones. So I'm like thinking to myself, what should I do? What should I do? Although it's giving you guys ideas out there what you can do.
Hi, Paula.
So I'm tossed on leaving it open like this, sewing them together and be done with it, and quilt it up and get it into the frame, or adding, again, like an hourglass with two different colors, or
Hi, Joanne.
one
Joanne likes the
like-
dark brown.
like that.
Yeah, I like the dark too.
This one,
Yeah, in the
The-
camera it looks like
the
it blends
spicy
in
mustard.
too much with the black, but it doesn't. It looks,
I
it
have
looks
no
good.
idea.
It doesn't go in too much with the black. I wish the camera would show it better. Hi,
I don't know.
Katrina. Hi, Kim.
I'm lost. And I
Jim
think
likes
I
the
wanna-
darker one too. So there's
This
so
one?
far there's three. Is that the darker one?
This is the darker one.
Yes, the dark brown.
That's
There's-
actually purple.
Okay, but in the camera it looks dark brown.
Okay,
Yes, there's three of us that are going with that one.
let's lay both of them on there and see.
Hi, Mary.
Because again, I can do two different colors as well. I could have it be, we'll just lay this on here and go like this. So it could be two colors like this,
Hi, Vicky.
or it could be just one, or nothing at all. It's one of those things, like, I have the fabric to cut, but I kind of like it like this now that I've been playing with it. Oh, decisions, decisions. Why is it always left up to me?
Kathleen likes the darker one because it pulls the colors from the lighter Dresdens. Hi, Rita's Roost. I like your name.
So that.
Mary likes the darker one too.
I'm like trying to, it's only going in these points right here.
So far, everyone's saying the darker one. Let's bring it over here and see. Jim says the darker none. Let's bring it up closer so they can see it.
See, I just fear that it's kind of, I mean, it's close
Kim says
to
the
this,
dark
but
one.
it's not.
And put the light one on the other side so I can show them both. Because now that I'm over here, they can see it better.
I also have to cut more because I'm technically going to just be snowballing the corners, so they're going to come together as a 4 patch.
Doesn't show it as bright on camera as it is in real life. Paula likes it with none on there. Jim says it's even better close up. He likes that
Here's
darker
the none.
one. Yeah, I like that darker one too, Jim.
Here's the nothing. I just feel that there's like too much empty space, but I mean it's going in a frame, you know? So it's one of those things, like do I or don't I?
I don't like the lighter one at all. I think you should do the darker one.
Just to take away the space. They're not going to be no bigger than what they are right here.
She can mix too. She can do half and half
Yeah,
or
I can
fours.
do like this. So let me lay them on here. Oops. Let's put this one on this one.
Vicky says the
This one.
dark one.
Obviously they won't be folded up like this. That's what
Okay.
Scott was asking. He's like, is it going to fold up like that? I said, no, this is just...
Kathleen likes the lighter one.
Hold
Jim
on.
says nothing is okay, but the dark one is better.
I could also do this.
Hi, SL. SL likes none or the light one.
I could also make it like that. But I kind of don't really like that now.
I don't like that either. Yeah, Kathleen, that's what she's doing now. She's saying do a square and do lighter and darker.
I don't like that.
I'm not sure what you're saying, Mary. Still... Jim says no.
That's a definite no, yeah.
Hi, Suburban.
So again, it's either this, nothing.
Oh, Mary still likes the dark one. Yeah, I like the dark one, honey. I said the dark one or nothing, but I agree with Vicky. I think it needs something.
Just a little bit more. Just like that. Yeah. It's just to take away all that emptiness.
SL likes it with nothing.
And then one more time with nothing. I like it like that though.
Well, Kathleen says an actual square and a square.
Like snowball it twice with, hold on, let me try to do this.
I don't know. I don't know what she means. You're the quilt lady.
Say it was like that,
I guess that's what square and a square is.
because I could snowball it twice.
Well, technically this is already paid for. This is a client's quilt, Joanne. But she's not here right now to ask.
And she
Tiff,
doesn't have video chat or anything.
Tiff
so-
has complete, make it her way, free roam too.
I
Yeah,
don't like
Kathleen
that.
says that's what she was thinking.
No, that don't look right. Alright, I guess we'll just do this.
Kathleen says I don't like it, LOL. I say the dark or none, but it's up to you. A lot of people are saying
Looking at
nothing now. A lot of them are saying the dark. You've had 2 or 3 say the light. Hi, Patina.
Put that like that again.
No, she hasn't even seen it together yet. We've told her about the videos, and we've told her everything. She hasn't watched the videos. She hasn't come over.
Nope. I like it plain now. Now that I've been playing with these, I like it plain. I think I like it plain now. Now that I've been playing with this.
Oh, no, she hasn't sewn it together, no.
No, it's not.
We're going to
sewn-
do that today. I thought you meant has the customer seen it.
No. I like it plain.
Now you like it without?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
You did all that for nothing? I liked it with the dark one. Yes, well.
See, this is the designer thing, you know? I get stuck at one
Vicky
part.
says use another color.
I don't have any more colors. These are the only 2 that are left.
I
Yeah.
liked it with that dark brown now that you did all that. Hold on, guys, I have to plug in.
Yeah, I think I like it plain. Then I like this. Ah!
Should I just call her up quick, see if they
No.
left?
No,
Tell her to get over here?
no,
You could sew the others together a while.
no. I can't sew anything together till I decide on this. These are
Oh.
the seams right here.
Oh, I like that. I don't know what you don't like about it. No, you did all that. I like it.
All right, let's go with it. I need
That's up to you.
1, 2,
Suburban
3,
says I
4,
like
5, 6,
nothing, but
7,
if
8.
anything, go with the burgundy sashing.
I need 8 of them. All right, so I'm gonna move these out of the way so that I can cut 8.
The majority seems to be either nothing or the darker one. So that's up to you. A lot of people are saying nothing. A few people said the lighter one, but a lot of them said nothing. Paula said I like it with nothing.
I like it with nothing too. I don't really want to cut nothing. I'm gonna leave it. Screw it. I'm leaving. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. All this playing around, I liked it originally just as it was.
Hi, Carissa.
I'm gonna leave it. And this is how I'm sewing it together. Just like this.
Okay. Well, then what are you going to do with all that empty space that you were worried about?
Quilt.
You said you're just going to do straight lines.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Alright, so now I'm just gonna sew these together.
That's what I originally said. Quilt a design in there, and you said no. I'm only going to use straight lines.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out because we're gonna be quilting today.
Hi, Steen? T-Steen?
Well, it would be nice if I had a
They
better
voted nothing, too.
stitch length.
Hi, Debbie. Debbie says I like it with X. You mean none?
Well, it's going with none because I'm sewing it.
Yeah. So Kathleen says once you walk it through, go with your gut.
Yeah, I played around with the idea, and it lasted too long playing with that idea, so I'm just leaving it as it is. I was trying to like add some oomph to it in the frame, you know.
Tell Carissa what she missed.
Me
everybody
trying
was
to
voting
decide
on
if I
here.
wanted to put snowball the corners with a different color to kind of break up the emptiness, but I like the emptiness. So you didn't miss much. I was having a hard time deciding.
Paula says it's much more traditional looking this way.
Yeah. And
I agree with that.
I'm
It
trying
is
to
very
keep
traditional.
it traditional.
Do you want me to plug an iron in?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just finger pressing the seams. Towards the dark. It's going in a frame, so it really don't matter as long as it's super flat. That's the main thing is flatness.
Kim got the raw edges of the granddaughter's quilt pinned together. She's going to zigzag them and bind.
Alright. Right sides together, and I'm going to sew the long center seam, nest them, and then press the whole thing. So you can plug an iron in there.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. And I'm holding the seams. I'm not pinning anything. Just holding them. They should nest up perfectly. Stop in the seam. Grab the next one. You guys know the drill. So I at least gave you ideas of what you could do to yours if you wanted to mix things up. Or you can add sashing like your big one, because these are just leftovers from our big quilt.
Mary says their daughter decided last night that she wants to make a quilt with her. They're going to
Aww.
start cutting soon. She picked the fabric last night.
That's awesome. Alright, match up this end and continue. Alright. Ta-da. And since it's going in a frame, I think I'm gonna press this center seam open.
So it's flatter?
Yep. Since mine's going with a frame, so I'm just gonna finger press until the iron is on to get the seam open. I usually don't press seams open, but this is going in a frame, so it's not ever gonna matter, besides laying flat.
We have a little seam over here. There we go. Iron's ready. You want me to iron it?
Oh, I will, because I want to make sure it stays nice and flat.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? I'd have plugged your iron in instead of mine.
It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to iron this really flat. I'm going to start on the back side where I'm opening the one seam, which is just the center seam. I did not open the side seams because those will lay flat anyway. And then I'm going to go from the top, keeping that center seam flat.
Let me bring the camera closer. Is that good? Okay.
I need this thing to be super duper duper flat. Because it's going in a frame, which newbie quilters have probably never even seen. I've seen a couple of quilts in a frame before, but never done one, so this is my first.
I don't think I've ever seen a quilt in a frame. I probably have, but I don't remember.
I have an old one that someone put in the frame folded. It was like their grandmother's or something, and they were trying to protect it from falling apart. So it was like a shadow box frame because it had to be folded and put into it.
That's cool. Darlene says she just got home. You just caught us, huh?
Okay. Super flat. Super flat. That's what I want. Ta-da! Alright, so the next step is simple. I need batting.
Do you want me to hand it to you?
Nope.
Okay.
So I got the thinnest cotton batting that I have in all my scraps. This is the thinnest I possibly could find out of all my scraps. There's some thicker ones, but this was the thinnest, and I need the thinnest because, again, it's going in a frame.
Thank you, Carissa.
So I'm going to lay this on here. I'm going to lay the quilt on it. And it's cotton, so it'll stick nicely on its own.
Carissa says your package is delivered today.
Okay. Scott will get it tomorrow, because
It depends on if the library has the movies. I might go today, but odds are it'll be tomorrow morning before I go to the gym. That's normally when I stop.
so I'm going to flatten this out on here, and then I'm going to cut off the excess that I don't need, and then I'm going to iron. Then I'm going to iron both pieces together nice and flat, because I want it to stay flat for the quilting process.
Are you done with the iron?
No,
That iron though? Should I put your iron? Is what I mean.
this is fine.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna
I'm
put your
coming
iron.
back to the ironing board. I'm flattening everything out a bazillion times. And I'm gonna flatten everything out with the iron. It's sticking to the cotton nicely. I'm going to add some spray so that everything stays even better, but I'm going to flatten it first because the batting was wrinkled, folded up in a bag. Probably more work than I need to do, but I'm doing it. We're going to grab some basting spray. And I'm just going to put it around the edges. I don't really need to put it all up in the middle and stuff.
Basting spray like a glue type stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll it back on there. Like that.
Well, you can wash your hands. I'll do a close-up and show them what it looks like.
I'm going to lift up this side so that I can get along this edge.
Ooh, it does have a strong smell, that basting spray. Wow.
Now I'm going to fold up this top edge. Put that down. I'm going to take the iron to it too before I'm completely done.
Hi, Judy.
And I'm going to base spray around this side.
Should I quick pull that thread out of there?
Ugh, this stuff's so sticky too.
It smells strong.
Yeah. If you don't like smells, don't use certain kinds of basting sprays.
Wow. Yeah, it's bothering me. I can just imagine how you're feeling.
I hate it. That's okay. And now I'm going to iron it on there so that it's so super duper nasty. Super flat.
Go wash your hands. Take a second.
Excuse me guys for a second.
I'll just do a close-up and show them what it looks like. The smell is bad. So maybe you guys might want to take it in your garage or outside if you have a place to put it to baste it. Or maybe your basting spray doesn't stink as bad as ours. I think it looks pretty.
I have a long arm for a reason, so I don't have to use that crap anymore. Oh, it's so bad.
And Vicky says she can't use it at all.
It's horrible. So I'm just making sure you can see. Look how flat it sits.
And Judy says it looks great.
It does. Just making sure it's sitting super duper flat.
I like it. I think it looks good without the thingies in it.
Yeah, it does. I think
It looks very traditional. So she will like it because she's very traditional.
And it's still going to get trimmed all the way around anyway because I'm going to be trimming it to the size of the plexiglass. But I'm going to quilt it as it sits like this.
Jim says, good thing no smell-o-vision.
I didn't want to make anybody like vomit with the sound of my almost vomiting sound. That would suck.
Yeah. If there was smell-o-vision, you guys would all be choking up.
Yeah. Alright, so it's now basted nicely onto here, and now all I need to do is quilt it. I have no idea how I was going to quilt it. I was thinking just straight lines, but not through the Dresdens, only through the background fabric, and then just quilt in the Dresdens, but I'm not sure at this very second. Get some of that sprayed up right here.
Oh, does the basting spray leave a mark?
And it just leaves a little like glue spot.
Oh, that's no good.
It's okay. It's going away. I try not to get it on the top of the fabric.
Kathleen says, what about an echo around each Dresden?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do.
Hi, Brenda.
Okay, so That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a free motion foot on, and actually I think I have, I don't know where it is, but I have a ruler foot for this machine. And I think I'm gonna grab a ruler and show you guys how to free motion with a ruler foot. So let me go, where's my tub? My ruler foot. And then I'm going to go grab a straight ruler, and I'll be right back because those are all out in my quilting long arm stuff.
First, I used 505 at work to baste today, and I've got batting putty stuck to my hands, trying to find my alcohol wipes to get it off. That's funny.
All right.
Joanne says flip a coin.
For what?
For what you're gonna make there?
Oh. All right. I am going to roll a bobbin of this color because I'm going to do the quilting in this right here. Should be plenty of thread for it. Actually, I want a more creamer color. I'll be right back. I'm going to the long arm stuff again.
She's getting her steps in today, guys. Anyone have any questions while she's back and forth? I can still ask her. She's just out in the living room. Hi, Joyce.
I should have thought of all this stuff before starting, but I didn't. All right, we have cream or light tan, which is almost like what I was doing. Ooh, I like that. Light tan it is.
I like the light tan from here.
Yeah, okay, light tan it is. I didn't turn anything off out there. All right, so I'm gonna roll a bobbin in this. That way my,
You saying you want me to go turn the lights off? Is that what you're getting at?
everything matches top, even though the back's not ever gonna be seen. Yeah, please.
Yes, this is going to go into a frame, Carissa, and it's going to be a wall hanging. But it's going to be a framed wall hanging.
So I'm gonna roll a bobbin or two. Actually, I'll do two just to be on the safe side. And I'm using my glide thread light tan color, which is probably what I'm going to quilt the quilt in anyway.
And Vicky's telling everyone that Kathy's quilt had surgery last night. She had her blood clot.
Yeah, didn't they tell me last night?
I think so. Am I done with the iron now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go turn all the lights off that way.
Alright, so I have a ruler foot for this machine. I'm going to go ahead and attach it.
Brenda asked, did you say where you got the teal for the quilt you found last night? That was
The teal.
Marshall Dry Goods.
Marshall Dry Goods, yes. It was in the 108 section. So pretty. Okay, so there's a lot of steps to free motion quilting on a domestic. You need the correct foot. You need the correct foot for free motion quilting. I have a ruler foot for this machine. That you just need to look up your machine and find out if your machine has a ruler foot. And you also need to make sure if it's a low shank or high shank machine because some are different. This one is
Hi, Judy.
high shank.
Uh-oh, Tiff's talking about her shank.
Yep.
Mr. Thumper was in your thread drawer.
You also, oh, because I forgot to close it.
He wasn't like in it. He was just
Peeking
over
up
there
on it.
wondering what was in it. Yes.
The other
Trying to
thing
look
that
in.
you need to do is make sure that your machine's feed dogs can go down. It's wonderful if they stay up. It still works. You could still quilt, but because I'm going into a frame and I have batting on the back, I definitely do not want my feed dogs to grab this because it's just going to make a big mess. So if you're ever going to quilt a quilt and put it into an actual frame, an actual picture frame,
Hi, BJ.
make sure, because you're only putting batting, no backing, make sure you have a machine that you put your feed dogs down. Now, I could have loaded this onto the long arm and quilted it on the long arm by loading my batting as my backing fabric and then just putting the top on. I could have done that, but I don't have front handlebars right now, so I can't do anything custom, so I might as well just stick with free motion quilting because I know how to do that. I have a ruler foot, I have a ruler, and it's just easier. So I'm going to drop my feed dogs for this after I thread the machine. We're going to bring it over and start free motion quilting in hopes that it looks good. I haven't free motion quilted in a while. Mostly it's always on the
Long arm?
on the long arm. So
I
I'm
think
gonna
you'll do a good job.
pull up my
You
bobbin
long-armed your
thread.
last quilt from behind. Or
That way-
standing in front with no handlebars.
That way I have both of the threads up. I'm gonna take a drink of water.
Brenda says that teal was an awesome color.
I'll put my ruler right here in front of
It
me.
was a 108 off Marshall Dry Goods, Brenda.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is start by doing, should I do a spiral in the center of these?
Sure. That sounds
that'll
awesome,
look good.
actually.
Alright, so I'm going to start by just quilting, and then the ruler will be for when I go around the edges.
You want me to bring the camera over there?
If you want to.
Judy says I missed it. What foot are you using?
It's a ruler foot for my Juki. I had to order it separate. They don't come with it.
Well, I can set the whole contraption up over here.
Alright, so I'm going to lift my thread to the top. Scott's going to bring the whole entire thing over here for you guys. Don't mind any wiggling or moving.
It won't be much. We'll just come right here, I
I'm going
think.
to just plug it into the...
Yes, I know what I'm doing. You just do your thing. I do mine.
So I pulled my bobbin thread up to the
Hi,
top.
Cecil. I was going to go right here. Is this good for you?
Right here? Sure? Yeah? Okay. So
I
I'm
have
gonna-
to keep it near a cord.
That's not very... I'm going to lift this all the way up.
Yes, Carissa, I was waiting for that. Carissa's singing the song
Also,
again.
Got to make sure that it moves nicely. I also want to... My thing has a presser gauge, and I don't even know how I'm going to turn that. I'll just try to work with it the way it is. So I'm going to tie my thread off. And now I'm going to quilt around this, and then come back to my starting point, and then do a spiral in here. But for some strange reason, I have a feeling that this needs to be up a little bit.
We have so many cords down here.
We'll see right now.
Oops, sorry. I have to plug in the thing. Okay, now hopefully I will quit banging it.
It's not sliding very well. Definitely not sliding very well.
So is that not a good idea?
I think I need to lift this somehow, but I can't twist the knob.
Do you want me to come over there and look at it? I can move the camera out. Hi, Joyce.
I don't ever use this ruler foot. I think that's why I never used it.
Should we put a different foot on it then?
I can, yeah.
Chris asks, what settings do you switch to when you free motion on the Juki?
I just put the feed dogs down and leave everything the way it was. I just lift this all the way up. The presser foot pressure gauge, I just put that all the way to the top. Yeah, this doesn't slide very well with...
Cecil says you need a glider beneath the fabric.
Well, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change out to the other free motion foot for all the actual free motion stuff, and then put that other one on for the ruler part.
Hey, Auntie Ann.
Because this one is easier. Much easier. For all free motion stuff. There we go. Let's just come back over. Pull it all the bottom thread up. Maybe pull the bottom thread up.
Always something.
Always something. Yes, it is.
Carissa said, does the needle plate stick up slightly on the machine tip? Mine doesn't. It's annoying.
Barely. Okay, now I should be good. Way. There we go. Bobbin thread is up. Now let's see how well I can quilt. So I'm going to try to do a spiral. Like I said, I don't free
Do you want to
motion.
put something underneath the fabric?
No, it should work.
It just wasn't going as fast as you wanted to.
This looks sloppy.
Cecil says use a Sew Steady glider for free motion and ruler work.
This is
Glides
sloppy.
beautifully.
This is so sloppy.
Did you hear me?
What?
Cecil said use a Sew Steady glider for free motion and ruler work. It glides beautifully.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, you can think that.
I usually long arm, and I don't like this. It looks sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy. I don't like it.
Do you want to load it on the long run?
I didn't leave myself enough room to. So you guys can see that is very sloppy. This is why I don't free motion quilt.
Can we tack it onto a big piece of fabric? It's backing?
No, because it'll be too thick in the frame.
Oh. Never mind then. I didn't think of that. Shoot.
I mean, I can load it. I'm going to attempt to pop all these stitches out because they're ugly. Very, very ugly.
Hi, Podunk.
Come on. They're very tight too. I mean, not too tight, but...
Podunk says, I used to use pledge on the bed of my machine when doing free motion.
I don't even think we have any of that.
Oh yeah, we have a little bit, not much. It's in the garage. I think it's for, it's a dust. I was thinking it was an oil for wood, but no, it's a dust spray.
I don't need it. I'm just gonna,
It would be fine.
what I think I'm gonna do is not do this. I think I'm going to go out to the long arm, honestly, and just hook the top and bottom in hopes that it is nice. Because this is ugly and I don't like it.
You used to be quite a pretty good free motion quilt there, honey.
I know, I haven't done it in so long now. I never do this anymore. I could also just do like a flower in the middle of these, which would be easier than a spiral and trying to make it all fancy.
Well, how hard is it going to be to do a spiral out there with no handlebars?
Harder.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll just do like a flower.
Because remember, we're sort of crippled at the moment up there. For who knows how long.
Sorry you guys are watching me all picking stuff. It goes pretty quick if you pull your end string, because I'm just holding the string and I just slide my seam ripper underneath the next piece. Sometimes I snip it, sometimes I don't. What I'll do is just do a little flower in the center of them all. Because the spiral is dumb, and I'm not very good at spirals free motion anymore, I guess. I'm so used to the long arm.
Brenda says a tape they met from dollar store that is to line the bottom of oven to keep spills easy to clean. Worked good.
I used to have a shower curtain taped to my machine bed so that I can free motion quilt.
I actually remember that now that you say that.
Yeah. So these stitches are kind of on the tight side. I don't know if I'm going to get them out. There we go. Get under there.
Auntie Ann says I gave up on free motion quilting on the actual Dresdens and just used my decorative stitches. I'll stipple as I join the blocks together.
Actually, the decorative stitches sounds like a nice idea. Just
There you
going
go.
straight, instead of straight lines, I could put decorative stitches all the way down.
There you
That
go.
would actually be kind of cool. Oh, that shit sounds like a great idea. I can do it. I have decorative stitches. Tons and tons and tons of them. Come on. Get under there. Well, now you guys know why I don't free motion sit down anymore. So frustrating.
Well, Auntie Ann says hers turned out so pretty. She says they turned out so pretty. The decorative stitches and whatnot. I think it's what she's talking about.
Yeah. Well, I have a ton on my brother machine. I could do that. Because nothing was set in stone at this point. It was just me quilting it.
She hasn't even seen this yet. She hasn't watched any of the videos. I've told her how many times about them, so yeah. I think she'll love it when it's done. No matter what you do. BJ says the ruler foot, you have to screw on it, oblong, to adjust the pressure on the foot on the quilt so that it moves freely.
On this thing right here. I don't know how to get it to screw properly though.
You want me to play with it or something?
There it goes. So that's all the way up. I don't know. I'm not gonna bother. I kind of like the other idea of stitching. But I already rolled the bobbins on this. Wait. That's okay. Just ripping these stitches out first. Making myself a nice big thread mess.
We can clean it. Don't worry. Carissa can sing us the song a while. You can pick and we'll clean thread up when we're done.
Alright.
Auntie Ann's talking about having to rip on Monday. First thing on Monday.
Okay.
She says, yeah. Good old Jack the Ripper comes a calling. Every quilter's best friend, huh?
Now I have a permanent piece right here that I can't get out because the stitches were too tight.
Do we need to spray an iron or something?
No,
With the water like we did before?
no. I'm not going to take the stitches out with spray.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you want me to do it? Can I help?
Wow, it's really stuck on there. I'm just going to try to nicely put a little flower in the center. See how it looks. If
Oh, you're not doing the decorative stitches?
I mean, I can.
It's up to you.
Can you tell this is even here?
On the camera, I can't. You have to look up pretty darn close to see it.
Oh, I got some more.
Here, do you want me to mess with it?
Nope. I don't want you to rip the fabric. I'm used to doing stuff like this.
Yeah, but I'm good with little teeny tiny stuff.
Almost got it all right there. Come on. There we go. Get it. Up, up, up. Ta-da.
Auntie Ann says she somehow ended up with 2 bolts of plain white from Marshall Dry Goods. She says I'll eventually use it, but sheesh. The Tiff goes through plain white and plain black like crazy. Those are her most used colors, especially black. I used to buy her bolts all the time at Walmart when they still sold it by the bolt.
Alright. I have one little stitch stuck right here. And it's not coming free. That's okay. We're going to take this and pull over my little brother machine, and I'm going to do the decorative stitch thing instead, because why? Because I can. I think that would be fun, playing with the decorative stitches. Alright. Instead of this machine. So,
Okay, so am I moving the camera back out of the way?
just over there instead.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch to the brother machine. I like that decorative stitch idea.
Well, if it doesn't work good, we'll come up with another one. You can go back to doing your flowers. Okay, we're going back to where we were now. Hurt much? This Tiff has her avalanche over there. Auntie Ann says, sew over the bad boy, you'll never see the stuck stitch.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Just run. Get her done.
Alright. Just gonna leave that like that.
As I got up to move the camera, someone stole my seat. Well, he's really looking at you guys today. He says, what are you doing staring at me? Says, I'm just sitting here minding my own business, being a good boy. Stealing Daddy's seat. Did you want it over here? Or did you want it off to the side of you, right here? On the camera.
Oh, just leave it in front. It's fine.
Okay. Yep, Auntie Ann, he is not moving. I would have to literally pick him up and move him, because no, he's not doing a thing. He's staring at me as I stare at him, like what? My chair now.
Cord tangled.
Do you need a hand?
I have to.
Yeah, well, sometimes 3 or 4 come in handy.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I don't have any empty bobbins, so I have to empty a bobbin that was not fully full.
Do you need me to buy you some more bobbins for this machine?
No, I have a ton. They're just all filled with thread.
Okay, that's why I could have bought you some that are empty. Your leg was stuck away over and I opened it. I don't know if that helps or not. Huh?
Yes, it's fine. Alright. I'm gonna have fun with decorative stitches instead.
Boy, listen to that sucker wind the bobbin. Sounds like it's winding up to go back in time. Spaceship or something.
Oh, I have a missed phone call from 000000000.
Okay. Hi, Marla.
Okay, this ought to be fun. Alright. How many different decorative stitches should I do? Just
However
one?
many you want, I don't know. I've never seen your decorative stitches. I can't help you there. What do you guys think? How many different decorative stitches should she use?
Well, I have ones with leaves. I have ones with flowers. I have ribbons. I don't like that. I like this chain one.
Auntie Ann says all of them.
Leaves.
Hee hee hee.
Okay, let's see. Everything's flat on here. Let's go to the thing that I just picked out and put a leaf all the way around in there. I don't know. Let's see.
Okay. Oh,
I
I have to come over
like-
here and look now.
There's like a, I like this leaf one.
Oh, that's cool.
75. We're going to change its width. I need some spare fabric.
Is that enough junk fabric, or do you need me to actually cut your piece?
No, this is fine. We're going to change the width and length of it. See how this thing bounces around? That don't even look like a leaf. That doesn't look like a leaf, guys. That looks really stupid. Let's try 74. Let's see. $74 looks cool. It's just leaves going down. Obviously it's on one single piece, so it's kind of sucking it up. 72 looks cool. Ooh, but it only goes one direction. It just goes lumped over. 97. Let's see what 97 does.
How's that leaf looking? Jim
It
asks, are you
doesn't look
going
like a
to...
leaf.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
retarded.
Jim
So-
asks, are you going to tag the font?
Okay, this one tangled it.
No, darling, we don't have any idea when the parts will be coming back.
Nope. Still have no front to everything. Kinda sucks. Well, that's wonderful.
Jim asks, are you going to tag the font?
See what happened here?
Oh, goodness.
A nice tangle.
Well, this is becoming one heck of an interesting video today. You're just having problems left and right. All because we go online.
Okay, I don't even know where this thread ends or begins. It's stuck somewhere.
Are your parts under warranty, Darlene?
Yes,
Are they still under warranty though?
yes.
Is it still covered? Oh, okay. Joyce says this is like watching myself some days.
I'm just having a day. I don't like my own free motion quilting anymore, and I like this idea of using the decorative stitches, but none of these decorative stitches are like, I like this leaf one that was 74, see? So I can go down and then back up again.
He says, are you going to put a label in the front? Are you going to tag the front? The quilt
No,
of this thing?
no,
You going to write anywhere on it? Done by Tiffany?
no,
In the top corner?
no.
Okay.
What did you think?
Oh, what?
go
What am I looking at?
Down and then come back the different direction with 74. It's leaves, and there's leaves.
Are you going to do the whole thing with leaves or just around the outside? I'm confused.
I have no idea.
This isn't half bad either. Here. I don't know. Should I show
Alright.
it to them?
No, I think what I'm going to do is come up here.
Joyce says we all have days. Try simple patterns or stitches.
We're going to go back to 74. Wait.
Marla says you have to use the curse words from the Sobeka fabric.
Yes. We're going to make sure how wide it is. That's as wide and as long as it's going to get. Oh wait, it wasn't 74. What was this one? 72.
Which one are we using?
Hold on. At 72, I was going to go around and around and then quilt each individual one separately.
So you're using this one now instead of that one?
Yes, so, hold on. 72. Because
Hi, Joyce.
I'm confused, so
Two Joyces here right in a row.
that's as big as it's going to get. So we're just going to go ahead and go for it. I'm going to line the foot up with the edge of this block. And if I don't like this, oh well, I'm stuck with it.
Yes, she tattooed her machine. The butterflies didn't come with it. Those are stickers from a site, I forget where.
Urban Elements.
Yep, Urban Elements.
Alright, here we go. There's no turning back because I ain't picking this out once I do it. Decorative stitches, here we come.
Everything's having a bad day too. I guess it's just going around.
I made the stitch length and width as wide and as fat as long as it can get.
The bigger ones aren't bad. The top ones seem kind of crowded, but the other ones look pretty good. Let's see if we can't move the camera in closer for you guys so you can see it too. I'm gonna stand it up here side of it, I think. She says, ooh, I need to check out Urban Elements.
They sell all sorts of stuff there.
If they can see it there.
I'm wondering if I should turn or just go both directions. I think I'm gonna just go straight down and do both directions.
Trying to get it so you guys can see. If I zoom in with the camera, it's going to make it blurry.
Technically, it doesn't have to have a lot of quilting. It's going in a frame.
No, it doesn't.
So this little bit of quilting should be good.
Both the Joyces, you're going to go check out Urban Elements. Joyce Baker and Joyce Hernandez, they're both going to check it out. We should become a whatever for them too, an affiliate.
I don't think they have.
No.
We'd have to check our thing. Alright, I'm off the edge. And now I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see. Kind of looks stupid right there. What happened, I don't know. You see that?
Not in the camera, that's way down. I'd move the camera down.
No, I'm going to go this way now. The opposite direction. However it lands is however it's going to land.
It's hard to see them too good. We're going to have to pull them out under the light. I guess I could try zooming in, but I don't want it to be blurry. See, it's kind of blurry. You guys can't get a good look here. I'm sorry, this tablet we're using is ancient, because none of our devices like our internet. Which our internet is changing again next week. Same company, just a different plan, so let's hope everything at least works like it does now and it doesn't get worse. Auntie Ann says, oh, that looks great.
It's not quilting the way I thought it would, but that's fine.
No, it's not. It's not how I pictured it either.
I don't care, I'm not picking all this out, and I started, so I might as well just continue. And they're off, they're not equal, but whatever.
I wouldn't go too thick with it. They're already a lot, so I would do a lot of space, you know, just like 2 rows in between each. You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
going on each side.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going to do another row on each side.
No.
Darlene says, no worries, Tiffany will make it look great.
I don't care.
She's very talented. SL says it looks great. Judy says it's really nice stitching.
So they're not as equal as I thought. I figured that they would match up with each other, but look at these ones ended up like tight, loose, tight, loose, tight, loose. And these ones like stayed nice the whole way. But like I said, it's going on a wall. Hopefully nobody actually nitpicks at it. So I'm gonna do the same exact thing down this side now.
Kim says the stitching looks really good.
So I don't know how well you guys can see that.
Judy
so
says it's really nice stitching. They're liking it.
They're not, it's not fully equal, but I don't think it matters. I don't know why this one came out perfect, this one did not. So weird. Whatever. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Just staying along the line. Trying to hold the quilt as like tight as possible, keeping it flat.
It's so blurry to zoomed in. Let's try and zoom back out. I'll just take the camera up close here for what she's already done. Show you. What do you guys think? Technically, it'll be going this way, actually, or the other way, right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Gloria. Gloria says it looks great.
I ain't picking it, so it's stuck there now.
Joyce says it looks good to me.
I never do this. I always think, oh wait, we can do these. I have all this on the machine. Okay, now to go the opposite direction.
We decided what we're going to do in the middle of it yet? In the middle of the circle? Jim says it looks good even on a big TV. He's watching me on the TV, I think.
Ah. I think I'm just going to do this down the center too and let it cross over. You know what I mean?
Oh! I don't know if I'd have the stitches actually go on top of each other. I'd do a space. That's up to you though. What do you think?
I don't care.
Yes, you do. What do you think would look best?
I think I'm just going to go straight across it.
Oh, have the stitches overlap them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now if you had an embroidery machine, that would be even cooler. Because Because then you can just embroider something
Yeah.
in the centers and along the edges.
Jim says when sewing it's easier to watch on TV. I like that.
Ta-da!
Look at you. You're doing good, my love.
Alright,
You're doing very well.
so now I'm just going to go down the center and I'm literally going to cross over the stitches going this way. Why? Because it can, and it don't really matter. As long as I keep it nice, straight, and flat. There we go.
Hi, Julie. Julie just got done at work.
This is going to be one really long stitch. It's going to take me a while.
Oh yeah, you're going down the long one now.
I never said anything was going to be perfect.
It's okay. She will like it. Hi, Scrunchions. There's a nifty name. She says
I'm
thanks.
crossing right over, guys. Literally.
She says thanks for quilting on a regular machine. It helps to motivate me to quilt some of my quilt tops.
Well, originally I was going to free motion, but this just seemed better. My free motion skills, sit down, have diminished. I really didn't try much, obviously, but...
And Scrunchions, I don't know if you're just joining, but if you watched the video a little while back, I showed a picture of our kitty, too. You got a furry kitty in your picture. Our little monster stole my seat. Well, that is a long one, huh? Okay, here, I'll give you guys a close-up. Now that we have a ways, see if you guys can see it better. There's where she crossed over, she was talking about.
I think it looks just fine crossed over.
I think it looks pretty good, actually. There she crossed over again. And there's her pretty blue nails!
They need to be done. And this one's now covered in yuck from the basting spray.
Yes, Carissa was talking about that too. When she was basting, yeah, she says she has batting fuzz all over her hands. I'm
Yep.
sure Goo Gone will take it off, though. I didn't think to tell her that, but I'm sure Goo Gone. Jim says that's the only bad thing about decorative stitches. They can take so long.
Oh yes. Well, I put it on the longest and widest that it'll go, so that's why it's probably quicker than its smaller one that it had. Alright, now turn the whole thing around and go the other direction. Again, it's not going to line up, but oh well, because I don't care.
Oh, scrunching stitchy, Mr. Thumper. I'm going to bring a cord down from there, I guess. Plug it back in. Does anybody have any questions for Tiff? So we're doing these long lines.
Just know when you do it this way, you need lots of thread.
I'll give you Princess hello. Hi, Bernie. Bernie says hi.
Hello, hello. I'm actually quilting with decorative stitches for those that are joining, which is something I never do. I mean, I have done it before, but this is a very, very rare thing. Because free motion quilting just wasn't in my awesome sauciness to do today.
I like that. Awesome sauce. Brenda says, I'm noticing the grounds. Like that customer that looked at grounds get one, the person who thought the other quote was too pink. Yes, this is for that same person. And they already paid for the fabric on this one, so if they back out, then we'll have it all done and ready to go for someone else. But so far they love it. That is the quilt. They haven't seen this, their wall hanging yet, but they love their quilt.
Alrighty, so that part is all stitched down now.
Paula says, I sometimes have trouble just
Now-
relaxing and letting the machine take it at its pace.
What else? So something needs to go in these
That
centers.
is Tiff. Tiff loves to go super fast. She doesn't like going at the
I'm gonna
machine's pace.
do. Let's see, what could I do?
Brenda says, great, it's gorgeous.
Something in the center.
I actually kind of liked how they crossed. Can you guys see that? Oops, sorry, I got my finger in the way. Camera there. Makes like a cool little square sort of design.
See, and I didn't have to add anything to the corners.
I kind of like that, I gotta admit. Hi, Christine.
I could do 74 through here,
Hi, Heather.
or around here. I mean, you can't tell that I quilted in here originally, so I could just leave them with nothing in them.
We'll take a second
And do a quick, because I already stitched around this one with a circle, so I could just stitch a circle around the outside of all these so that they're, but you can't even see my stitching, obviously. I could stitch in the ditch of all these, or
Kathleen
I
says
could
she
just
loves the
stop.
stitching choice.
I could just stop and put it in the frame as is. What do you guys think? More quilting or leave it? I could echo around each one of these with a straight stitch, which I kind of think would be cool. Right?
Would that be on the Juki?
I could do it right here on this one,
Oh, I was just curious. I was just asking.
but I'd have to change out the, actually no, on the Juki it'd be easier because I have the foot that I could use for it to be correct. Or I could just leave it.
Julie says it's beautiful. Jim says as is. I don't know if he's talking about for doing the circles or the echoing or just the whole thing. Total. Joyce says I would go around the outer edge and maybe straight stitch the middle of each fan blade.
You mean just the circle?
But I don't know, she says of each fan blade. Straight stitch the middle of each fan.
Well, I don't need to really stitch around the outside because I'm going to be trimming it anyway. It's getting trimmed to the size of the plexiglass. So I'm going to be laying the plexi on it and then trimming it.
Suburban and Jim both say call it done. It's beautiful, call it done.
I think I'm going to call it done too.
Joyce says the outer edge of the
I mean,
quilt.
I did pick this out, so it should be fine.
Darlene says it looks great.
Yeah, I'm leaving it just like this.
So you're not going to echo around the Dresdens then?
Nope. Just going to leave it. You can't even tell this is stitched down, so I'm going to leave it.
Okay. Am I moving the camera back then?
Yeah.
Okay. Joyce says it does look great. Judy says call it done. It looks awesome.
Yep, it's done. I'm done.
Well, you don't want to stitch too much on it. It's meant for a wall hanging to look good.
Alright, so the next step is to re-iron it one more time because I need it as flat as possible. So if you could turn my steam iron on, please. Or
Hold
that,
on,
you just
hold
plug
on.
this in.
Let me get the camera, and then I will do all the ironing stuff. Yeah, I'll get all that. Hold on. I will get all that. I'll get this thing out of the way. You want me to show you ironing?
Nope. I'm just gonna quickly do that.
Hi, Shirley. Vicky says, if you think we're perfect, I'd be perfect, LOL. Bernie says, thank you for using a decorative stitch about the edges. Love this wall hanging.
Alright.
Around the edges. Sorry, I can't read today.
I'm gonna clean up my big huge thread mess here. I'll change all that stuff out later. Let's get this into a frame. Scott, you probably need to get a tool to get the back off that thing. Like a flathead or something.
Oh, yeah, that's no problem. Sorry, guys, I'm going to walk in front of the camera here. I have to get the frame. That's no problem.
Alright. As soon as this iron is heated up, I'm going to press it flat again. I like this decorative stitching. Even though it's like messed up in some spots because it like yanked on the fabric, I still think it looks really cool. And even the fact that it's not, they're not perfectly like matching up with their bumps, I think it looks cool. It just gives it that extra decorative look. Feels cool too on my fingers. I like that feeling. Okay. Come on, iron, hurry up. And Scott's going to take the frame apart. I'm going to find this guy. pull all those threads.
Whoa.
They have to come out all the way, huh?
Oh, that's not fun. Let's see what's going on here. Hey, do you want to read comments a while?
Yep.
Yeah, bending it, yeah, the whole thing comes out. You push down and you turn it forward, I think. Do you have the little screwdrivers?
No. They were taken back out to the garage, remember? Nope, I don't have them. He's trying to take the back pieces off the frame, guys. As soon as he's not on the ironing board trying to pop those off, then I'll press this.
Well, I can do this on the ground. It's just easier up here.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's my height.
Press it nice and flat. We'll pull out the plexiglass, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the plexiglass to line it up on here, and then I'm going to use a ruler to cut. I'm not going to cut along the plexi. I've learned my lesson with thin plexiglass.
CJ, get me the little screwdriver set.
What was that?
Little screwdriver set from the garage.
I'm like, ouch, that hurt. I always hit my knee on that. There we go. Whew. Today's video is just all over the place. But at least this is getting done. So that's a plus. Then all I have to do is quilt the big quilt, which will not be quilted like this. It'll be quilted on the long arm. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can see the decorative stitching here on the camera.
Just read comments.
There is no comments. You guys are being quiet all of a sudden.
We'll be done in 2 seconds.
That's what it looks like so far. Like I said, I did stitch around this one, but I'm going to leave it. You can't tell on the rest that I didn't stitch around them all. It looks the same. The only thing that's different is, and I think it'll go away, is there's holes, a couple little holes in the center of this from stitching it. The iron will dry those, and there'll be no more holes.
Okay, I'm going to put these all in a little pile up here.
Have you heard when you'll get your handles back? No, I have not, unfortunately, but I will be calling later today.
Well, right there. And you're up.
Alright, so I'm going to press this now so that it's laying super duper flat. And dry that block, obviously, that I just sprayed.
Do you want me to turn this over there?
Yeah, if you want. I wanted the flattest possible. And don't
Can I
worry,
lay this
I'm
up here
not-
now?
I just need the plexi out of it only.
What do you mean the plexi?
I'm taking the back off of it and everything out of it.
You're keeping the plexiglass on the inside. You're taking the back off,
I
right?
need the plexi out of it.
How is it going to hang without the plexiglass in the front to keep it in? It'll fall forward.
You have no idea what we're doing here, do you?
What, are you going to tack it to the back?
No. Alright, popping all this out of the frame. We need this right here.
No, I have no idea what you're doing.
I love the sound of plexi. Throw this down on the ground. I love this sound. Does anybody like this sound? I don't know why I like that sound. I need a spray or something to clean it. It's sticky.
Oh, well, what do you want?
Well, I'm scratching it now, so technically I just need like cleaner and some paper towels. Does anybody like that sound? Let's see. Okay, Judy. See ya. Did you decide how you want to quilt the large quilt? Probably idea number 2, I think.
We have 10 different sprays. Do you want Goo Gone? Do you want Awesome?
I just wanted Windex.
My mixture? Well, that's the one we don't have. That's why I asked you this 3 times what spray you wanted.
And we need more paper towels.
Oh, well. That I can get you.
Can more paper towels, please?
Oh, no?
All right. Maybe it'll come off with this one. Nope, that one's leaving streaks. Don't want that. I'm back over ironing again, keeping this all nice and super flat.
Okay, how many do you need?
Like 4.
Are these like mini? What are these?
They're half a piece type.
Oh. I didn't know that. These are from the Dollar Store.
That other stuff left streaks.
What other stuff?
The other spray.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know what spray you wanted. I brought you Awesome, and I brought you the mixture of whatchamacallit and water. Not alcohol, peroxide and water. Yeah.
Okay. It's as best as it's going to get. Move this stuff
Okay, here,
completely
I'll
out of
take
the way.
it. I'll take it all back out there.
Oh, yucky. It's still gross. Give me the stuff back, please.
Hey, do you need more paper towels? Do you need more paper towels?
In a second. Yes. Got to make sure the glasses, or the plexi in my case, is super clean. Very whatever. It's
Way better than it was.
Alright.
When they gave it to us, they had stuff hanging up on it.
Alright. I'm going to lay this down on here. It's pressed as flat as it could possibly be. I'm going to place the plexi on top of it, exactly where I want it to sit. I want it equal on all 4 sides. Like I said, I made my blocks bigger, so I'm going to have a ½ an inch or so all the way around.
Have you made me read comments now?
Yes. I don't remember where I was.
I don't know either. I'll just start from the bottom. Hey, Cherry.
That seems equal. That seems equal.
Bernie says, can't wait to see the large quilt quilted.
Alright, what I'm going to do is stick this way. I'm not going to move or shift anything. Just where I want it.
Sherry's designing 3 t-shirt quilts with shirts from all around the world.
And I'm going to use my ruler along the plexiglass. Just like
Bernie
that.
asked earlier, did you decide how you want to quilt the large quilt?
No, I have not, but I'm thinking idea that when I gave you guys all the ideas, idea number 2. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it. I'm not moving my plexi. I'm kind of actually holding the fabric around it. No. I need to have it at least on my cutting mat.
Shelley said earlier, that's beautiful. Joyce said, I love it.
Alright. Again, I'm using my ruler against the plexiglass edge. Because if I cut at the plexiglass edge, my rotary cutter will cut through that plexiglass.
That's not good.
Okay. Turn it again. Keeping everything nice and lined up.
Oh, zoomed out, right? Okay, yeah, zoomed out.
Right there, right
Seems
there.
like we're hardly getting any of it in
Right
here.
there, right there, and right there.
There we
All
go.
nice and lined up, perfectly center.
Tiff has a t-shirt quilt she has to make for her grandma in the future. One of her many other projects.
I'm gonna try to grab the whole entire thing.
Do you want me to hold an end? I could come up here at the top and hold the...
Nope.
Never mind.
Okay. Now it's exactly the size of the glass, or the plexi. Now I need the frame.
Yeah, that thing you threw down.
Okay, and
Can
this
we
is
lay the frame on, like, the thing?
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, let's lay it down.
Just like this.
Hold on, where's the top and the bottom, or does it matter?
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Okay.
Put the plexi in, just like this. And put the back,
Katrina says we have some windows that need to be cleaned if you want to.
just like this. And now all it needs to be is
I think
tacked
she's good.
down.
Well, let me tack it in, and then you can hold it up and show them.
Do you need a hammer to tack it?
Possibly.
Okay. Alright, Scott's gonna tack it real quick.
Possibly. Let me see if I can do it with the screwdriver. CJ, give me pliers and a little hammer.
Oh, wait, we got a string hanging on the front. Before anything goes, I gotta make sure I got everything. New string, new string. Let's see, more strings.
Scriven says that looks fabulous. Marla says wow.
Alright, just tack it in now. Alright guys, so we just gotta tack it in the frame and then I'll give you one more thing on how it looks. Okay. I need... Just do this, Scott. Watch out.
I'm just looking for the holes.
Turn it around.
I was looking for the holes. How about I do that for you? Take it out. Take it out. Let's find the holes. There, here's holes.
This is gonna take a bit.
Talk to 'em.
All right.
Here's holes. Here's holes.
Love the framing idea. And the cool part is the frame literally looks really good with the colors, so that's a plus. I was asked to make a memory quilt, and I made one. I said no. I guess it's time for me to hit up the Goodwills and Habitat stores looking for nice big frames. And remember though, with a glass frame, it's going to sit again, and the glass is going to be thicker. It's going to sit against the quilt and like give it more of a smush look. With the plexi in the frame, it's going to allow it to the quilt to stay puffy underneath it a little bit better, because plexi is more, well, it's plexi and it moves around, you know, free flowing, I guess. Glass will smush against it. So if you're going to get a frame, just remember the glass, the thicker the glass and the heavier the glass, the more it's going to press against your quilt inside the frame.
Can I get a hammer and file, please?
I'll be back.
A little hammer, but okay. Guess I'll use this big beast. You got me a little hammer. I guess. Alright. I'll make it work. For a little one.
I have a little kit here that has re-hanging stuff too.
Okay. I want a little hammer. That's the biggest one on the mirror.
I don't know where the little one is.
In
I
the drawer
looked.
with the hammer.
You mean your little hammer? It goes up here. Small loop it.
Oh, so close. Come on.
Trying to use a note or something?
Yeah.
Now you're trying to hang on.
This is the one that I did taking it out. Move it in the bag. Okay.
Sorry guys, we're trying to find my little hammer. We had a little hammer, but it seems to be missing. There we go.
Turn those on. I was looking for the small 1 pound hammer. This thing.
I have all these little boxes of like frame fixing things all scattered everywhere.
With all that thing bending it. These are terrible.
The hooks for this aren't very good on this frame once they're out. They're not the bend back kind. You always just hammer in some nails. I have little tiny nails over there.
We might have to do that.
Alright.
These aren't going back in at
Alright, where
all.
was I? I guess time to go. Alright, I have a bunch of my own t-shirts. Keep trying to throw them out. I don't want another project right now. Maybe Tiffany can have a memory sew along. You can have different thicknesses of plexi too. Yes, exactly. This one's a very thin one. It could be framed without plexi or glass. Exactly. You don't have to have plexi or glass. Just know that you'll have to dust it. It'll get dusty, especially like where I live here in Arizona. All these have to be dusted. All my wall hangings, even if it was in a frame, they still have to be dusted. So you gotta take the vacuum to it every now and then. And if it's going to sit in the frame without anything, then you also need to make sure you sew around the edges to hold it down. Mine's got the plexiglass. If I didn't have the plexiglass, I would need to make sure that around the edge of that quilt was somehow completely sealed. But since it's in plexiglass, I'm not going to worry about completely sewing around the edge of it.
You have little ones like that. Do you want me to just put that in?
There's a whole box of them
Where?
in the box.
Oh,
Right here.
okay. I'll tape it in there.
It won't stay. Tape will fall.
It will once it's on the wall. Yeah, it'll be just fine.
I've taped frames. They fell apart. They always do.
Okay, well.
It doesn't stick to wood. Let's see.
Bet you money it will.
Awesome job. Okay, I just hung up and took pictures of my Dresden quilt sandwiches. They're now posting to the Facebook group. Okay, Auntie Ann, we'll look. Yeah, I'll look at Facebook after this.
She's only one with a little hammer. I'm sorry.
No, I'm making fun of this. The clips that the frame came with aren't very good clips. So make sure if you get a frame that
Show
you're...
them one up close and how it bends. Here's a flat one, and then show them how it bends in half, no matter what you do.
Here's the... I don't even know if I can hold this up to the camera. See how it bent? It's doing that thing again with the screen, even though it's plugged in.
Is it plugged in?
So you could see how it bent,
Doing it?
but this next one is how they're supposed to be. Flat. No matter what he does, he can't get them to stay flat. The little clips for the frame. They're just bending like that. Ugh. So just make sure that the kind of frame you're using has the easy bend little tabs on it. Instead, we're putting tiny little tack nails. Make it easier. Lots of static. It should be fixed.
Can you move all that junk around with the hammer and this? And that should soon be done.
Almost done, guys.
Oh, that one went in there. I'm gonna get this one out. This one's in here. Crappy. I'll make that one out too. This one, you move.
I was looking for them.
Sorry, I have them all in top.
Okay. Almost done. Almost done.
With two on each side.
This is weird. Alright.
Right in the hole. Right in the hole from the other one.
He's hammering in all new nails instead.
I'm taking out these thingies that I did get in, because they're not in. Crap.
Sorry, phone won't stop in my lord. Missed some. Phone won't stop. I don't know what that means.
Okay, I think I got 2 on each side, right? So I should be done. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There you go.
Alright.
You can show them. I'll name the camera. Or miss.
That's what I was worried about. Okay.
What? What happened?
Bulging in there.
Did it bulge? I'll put all this stuff away.
I'm moving it out of my way so I can lift this up.
Oh.
Alright, so what I was worried about happening when they sit into a frame like this, can you see like the folding of the fabric?
It's fine.
It's like got some creases in it. But that's as best as it's gonna get. Can I see the whole entire thing?
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool. The frame matches it perfectly because the
Hi,
frame
Becky.
has some spots around it, like paint drip spots. So it makes it look even more awesome. So that's it. That's all I needed to do. Was frame some fabric.
And Jim says looks good to me.
I just had to frame some fabric. And it looks equal on both sides, on the top and on the bottom. So it looked great. So that's it. Part 3 done. This is all I needed to do. So the only thing left to do for this client is actually quilt their big Dresden. But I can't do that until I have handlebars. So I think this
Jim
made
says it
look
looks
really
like
cool.
records.
It kind of does. That's actually a, yeah.
Yep, Vicky, we're both
Hokey
here.
records. So it'll just hang on a wall and look really cool, just like that.
Nancy Ann says it's an amazing wall hanging. They should be really happy with it.
Yes. Hanging it right here. There we go.
Kim says it looks awesome. Joyce says like it as is.
Yep.
SL says
As
beautiful.
long as they don't take it out of the frame, because I did not stay stitch all the way around it.
What's hammered in there, they're gonna have to.
Yeah. Staying just the way it is. It's like, it looks really awesome though. Alright. Well, that's it. That's the end. That's all I'm doing.
Getting a terrible glare of the ceiling fan from that plexiglass.
So I at least had fun. I got it done. I'm glad I didn't
Bernie says
continue
beautiful.
with my ugly free motion quilting. I really need to like practice on some stuff, but just make some like table runners or something. Because I don't really ever sit down to free motion quilt anymore. So I think it looks great, and I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, my client will be pleased. And yeah, so that
She'll
ends
like it.
almost everything from all Dresden everything series, because this is all the whole Sew Along. That ends all of that, except for the quilting of the big Dresden quilt, because I can't do anything about that until I have handlebars. So that one is to be continued. I don't know when. Alright, well, I thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to clean up my mess now and take the thread back out into the living room, change out my foot on my sewing machine, and put my room back in its normal disarray.
Vicky wants to know if you want her to cut the back of your hair so it's nice and cool this summer, because she sees it's growing out.
Oh yeah, it's annoying me. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it or not. It's kind of getting annoying. I just want all of it to grow straight, but I didn't want to cut the back until this hair up here was at least to my chin, you know, ears, chin area. So, unfortunately, it's just a fluffy mess. So I'm gonna leave it. Maybe. I may trim it nice straight line and just let it keep growing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, guys, and get on with my day and eat some lunch and stuff. And I'm glad you all hung out. Sorry about the end where I kind of was just all over the place, but we couldn't find all the things we needed to put the frame back together. But it's done. It looks amazing, and that's it. That's all. It looks amazing. I would like to hang it on my wall, but I can't because it's not mine. Because that would look really cool. Anyway, see y'all later.
Bye. Have a good Monday. Sorry, I should have been up here, I guess.